welcome back to Crashing Online Class. In today's session, we are going to discuss about one of the very important concept, that is a Pythagoras theorem. Okay, so this is one of the important concept. Okay, and very important for 4 marks. Okay, this is 4 marks theorem. Okay, yes. See, actually this question will ask like this: state and prove Pythagoras theorem. Okay, sometimes they will ask for 4 marks or sometimes they may ask for 5 marks. Okay, 4 or 5 marks. Okay, Pythagoras theorem. Okay, state and prove Pythagoras theorem. Okay, here statement also important. Okay, yes. See, first we see about what is the statement of this theorem. Okay, statement: in a right angled triangle, the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares on other 2 sides. Okay, so in a right angled triangle, the square on the hypotenuse will be equal to the sum of the squares on the other 2 sides. Okay, yes. So here I will consider one right angled triangle, that is ABC. Okay, so in this right angled triangle ABC, angle B is equal to 90 degree. Understood? No? So here angle B is equal to 90 degree. Okay, so first I will write given. So first I will write given in triangle ABC. In triangle ABC, angle B is equal to 90 degree. Okay, so this angle B is equal to 90 degree. Okay, next to prove. Second step, to prove. Okay, so what we are going to prove? According to this statement, the square of the hypotenuse. Okay, so which side is known as a hypotenuse side here? The side opposite to 90 degree. Isn't it? Here 90 degree is at a point B. Which side is opposite to this 90 degree? That is side AC. Isn't it? So therefore, the square on this side AC, that is nothing but AC square equal to sum of the squares on the other 2 sides. Which are the other 2 sides? Other 2 sides is side AB and side BC. Isn't it? So therefore, how can I write AB square plus BC square? Isn't it? This is what we have to prove. Okay, square on the hypotenuse. Here which side is hypotenuse? AC is your hypotenuse. So square on this hypotenuse, that is AC square equal to sum of the squares on the other 2 sides. Which are the other 2 sides? Side AB and side BC. Okay, so these are the remaining 2 sides. Okay, now to prove this result, I take some constructions. Okay, so next step, construction. Okay, your third step is about construction. Okay, so what construction we can do here? Okay, so I will draw one perpendicular BD. Okay, what I will do? I will take BD perpendicular to AC. Okay, draw BD perpendicular to AC. Okay, this is my construction. Okay, next I will take proof part. Okay, next I will take proof part. Okay, next I will take proof part. Okay, see, can you observe here? In this figure, you have totally 3 right angled triangles. Which are those? First one is bigger one, that is ABC. Triangle ABC is first right angled triangle. Second right angled triangle is triangle ADB. This is your second right angled triangle. Third right angled triangle is BDC. This is your third right angled triangle, isn't it? So totally 3 right angled triangles you have, isn't it? Okay. So now first I will take full triangle, that is ABC, right angled triangle ABC. Okay, so in triangle ABC and one half right angled triangle I will consider. First one, what is that? ADB. Okay, first I will consider full right angled triangle, that is ABC, and one more half right angled triangle, that is ADB. Okay. In triangle ABC and triangle ADB. Okay, yes. Okay, triangle ABC, I'll draw like this. Triangle ABC, I'll draw like this. Okay, so this is B, this is A, this is C, and triangle ADC. Okay, ADC. Okay, so I'll draw this triangle like this. ADC, like this way. Here 90 degree is at a point D, isn't it? Okay, so this A will come here. Okay, so like this. Okay, ADB, ADB. Okay, so same triangle. I'll rotate and I'll keep it like this. Understood? I'll rotate this triangle and I'll keep it like this. Okay, yes. So now compare these two triangles. Okay, so can you observe here? Angle A is a common angle for these two triangles, isn't it? See this angle A. This angle A is a common to this triangle ABC and triangle ADB. Yes. So can I take this is the first equality? Yes. So therefore angle A equal to angle A equal to angle A. This is a common angle. Okay. Angle A is equal to angle A. Reason this is your common angle. Okay, yes. So what about another equality? What is the angle at the point B here? Angle at the point B is 90 degree, isn't it? What is the angle at the point D? Angle at the point D is also equal to 90 degree, isn't it? Okay. But can I say here? Can I write here angle B and angle D independently? Can I write? No. Why? Because just look at your figure. This angle B is divided into two parts, isn't it? Correct, no? This angle B is divided into two parts, isn't it? So once again, angle D also divided into two parts. So therefore, I cannot write the angle B and the angle D separately. But here angle A I can write. Angle A is equal to angle A. Why? Because this angle A is independent. It is not divided, isn't it? So therefore, instead of writing this angle B independently, I'll write like this. Okay, I'll write full angle. What is that? A, B, C. Remember, this point B should come middle. Okay, this point B should come middle. Okay, full angle. A, B, C equal to. Okay, another one. Point D. Okay, I cannot write point D here because D is divided into two parts. So therefore, I'll write full angle A D B. Okay, A D B. See here, B and D are in middle, isn't it? Point B and point D are in middle. Why? Angle at the point B and angle at the point D. So therefore, B and D must be in middle. Okay, equal to how much? 90 degree. Okay, what is the reason for this equal to 90 degree? What is the reason? Construction. By construction you can write. Okay, yes. Or given also you can take, or by construction also you can take. Given and construction, both I will write. Okay, given and construction. Okay, what is the reason for this? Given, which one is given? ABC is equal to 90 degree given, but ADB is equal to 90 degree. I will get it after the construction, isn't it? So therefore, what is the reason for this? Construction and given. Okay, yes. So therefore, by using these two equalities, can I say these two triangles are similar? Yes. So therefore, triangle ABC similar to triangle ADB. ABC similar to triangle ADB. Okay. By using which criteria? By using AA similarity criteria. Okay. By using AA similarity criteria, we can see that these two triangles are similar. Okay. So write completely. Don't write just AA. AA similarity criteria. Okay, yes. So after proving the similarity of any two triangles, can I say its corresponding sides are proportional, isn't it? So therefore, these two triangles are similar now. So therefore, compare its corresponding sides. proportional, isn't it? So therefore I'll take the corresponding sides. Okay, for the side AB, what is your corresponding side? Your corresponding side is AD. So therefore AB by AD equal to, again for the side AC, what is your corresponding side? Your corresponding side is AB. So therefore AC by AB equal to, once again for the side BC, what is your corresponding side? Your corresponding side is DB. Okay, so therefore BC by DB. Okay, yes. So now among these three ratio, I will collect the first two ratios. Okay, I will take only the first two ratios. So that is AB by AD equal to AC by AB. Okay, do the cross multiplication. Okay, so AB into AB is nothing but AB square equal to AC into AD. AC into AD. Okay, consider it as equation number 1. Okay, so here half part of this theorem proved. Okay, so now remaining half part. Okay, so once again same process I have to repeat. Okay, for which two triangles? At the beginning I have consider triangle ABC and triangle ADB, full triangle ABC and first half, isn't it? So now consider full triangle ABC in triangle ABC and triangle second half. What is your second half? That is BDC. Okay, triangle BDC. Okay, yes. So now I am going to prove these two triangles are similar. Okay, yes. So I will take separately these two triangles ABC. I will draw like this. This is A, this is B, this is C. Okay, triangle ABC and triangle BDC. BDC. Okay, so I will draw as it is. Okay, this is B, this is D, and this is C. Okay, yes. So now prove these two triangles are similar. Okay, yes. So can you observe here, among these two triangles, here angle C is a common angle for these two triangles. Angle C is a common angle. So therefore I can write angle C is equal to angle C. What is the reason? Reason common. These two angles are common angles, isn't it? Okay. So once again, angle at the point B and angle at the point D equal to how much? 90 degree. But can I write angle B is equal to angle D is equal to 90 degree? No. Why? Angle B is equal to angle D. Can I write by single letters? No. Why? Because here angle B in your full triangle, this is your original triangle, isn't it? In your original triangle, this angle B is divided into two parts, isn't it? Again, angle D also divided into two parts, isn't it? So therefore, I cannot indicate it by the single letters. Okay. So instead of that, complete angles I have to write. Okay. Angle B, it must be in center. What about the remaining 2 points? A and C, isn't it? Okay. So therefore, write first point and the third point. B will be in the middle. Okay. First point and the third point. Okay. Again D. What is the remaining two? B and C. Okay. Write B at the first position. Write C at the third position. That's all. It's very simple. Understood? First write the B and D. Here B and D must be in center. Next, complete that angle. A at the beginning. C third point. Next, D at the middle. BC. So angle BDC equal to 90 degree, isn't it? So what is the reason for this? Given and construction. Given and construction. Okay. Reason is given and construction. Okay. So therefore, by using these two criteria, can I say these two triangles are similar? Yes. So therefore, triangle ABC similar to triangle BDC. What is the reason? AA similarity criteria. AA similarity criteria. Okay. So therefore, by using the AA similarity criteria, we can say that these two triangles are similar, isn't it? isn't it? Okay. So after proving the similarity of two triangles, I can see that its corresponding sides are proportional, right? So therefore, I will write down the corresponding sides. For the side AB, what is your corresponding side? Your corresponding side is BD. So therefore, AB by BD equal to, for the side AC, what is your corresponding side? Corresponding side is BC. So therefore, AC by BC equal to, for the side BC, your corresponding side is DC. So therefore, BC by DC. Okay. Yes. So now I'll correct the last two ratios because BC common we have, isn't it? So here also AB common, right? So therefore BC common I have. So therefore I'll collect the last two ratios. Okay. If you take the first two ratios, I'll not get the common numbers. So therefore I'll take the last two ratios and take the cross multiplication. DC into BC, how much? BC square. Okay, so I'll write here. BC square equal to AC into DC. AC into DC. Okay, consider it as equation number 2. Okay, so now add equation number 1 and equation number 2. Okay, this is my next step. Okay, I will take equation number 1 plus equation number 2. Okay, so first write the left hand side. What is the left hand side? AB square, left hand side of equation number 1 plus left hand side of equation number 2, that is BC square. Now take the right hand side. Okay, what is the right hand side of equation number 1? That is AC into AD. Okay, AC into AD plus, what is the right hand side of equation number 2? AC into DC, isn't it? AC into DC. Okay, so now this is equal to, can you observe here, AC is a common here. AC is a common term. So can I take it outside? So if you take AC as a common, then you will get AD plus DC. You will get AD plus DC, right? Okay. So this is equal to AC into, what is the value of AD plus DC? Just look at your original figure. Okay, AD plus DC will be equal to how much? Full side, that is AC, isn't it? AD plus DC is equal to full side. What is our full side? AC, right? So therefore, in the place of AD plus DC, I will take AC. So therefore, AC into AC equal to AC square, right? So what is there in left hand side? Left hand side is AB square plus BC square. So therefore, we proved AB square plus BC square equal to AC square, isn't it? So hence the proof. This is what we have to prove, isn't it? Just look at your to prove. What we are going to prove? To prove AC square equal to AB square plus BC square, right? So this is the proof. It's very important. Okay, so once I will repeat this. Okay, see first statement, in a right angle triangle, the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides. Hypotenuse side, this is my figure. Hypotenuse side is nothing but the side opposite to the 90 degree. So which side is hypotenuse here? AC is your hypotenuse side. So AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. This is what you have to prove. Okay. So to prove this, I will take construction. What construction? I will draw BD perpendicular to AC. Okay. Next, proof part. To prove, I will take two triangles. First one is full triangle ABC, angle at the point B is 90 degree, and first half triangle, that is ADB. Okay. After rotating it, I will get it like this. Okay. Angle at the point D 90 degree, A and B. Okay. So now you are going to prove these two triangles are similar. Okay. So therefore, first one, angle A is equal to angle A. You can indicate it by the single letter. Why? Because here angle A is independent, isn't it? It is not divided, right? Okay. So therefore, angle A is equal to angle A, that is common angle. Next, angle ABC is equal to ADB is equal to 90 degree. Students, don't write angle B is equal to angle D by the single letter. Why? Because in the figure B is divided into two parts, D is also divided into two parts. So therefore you cannot indicate it by the single letter. Understood now? Okay. So therefore write the full angle, but the point B must be at the center. Point B must be at the center and point D must be at the center. Okay. Next A and C. AC, EB. See now. Okay. So therefore, what is the reason here? Reason for this construction and given. Okay. Angle ABC is equal to 90 degree given, but angle ADB is equal to 90 degree. I'll get it after the construction part, isn't it? So therefore, reason is construction and given. Okay. So therefore, by using the AA similarity criteria, we can see that these two triangles are similar. Okay. So if the two triangles are similar, we know that its corresponding sides are proportional. So therefore, I'll collect the corresponding sides. For the side AB, what is your corresponding side? AD. Once again for the side AC, your corresponding side is AB. Once again for the side BC, your corresponding side is DB. Okay. Next AB is common number. So therefore, I'll take first two ratios. Do the cross multiplication. After that, you will get AB square equal to AC into AD. Consider it as equation number 1. Okay. Next, the same process I will repeat it for the remaining two parts. That is a full triangle ABC and the second half part, that is BDC. Right? Okay. So once again I am going to prove these two triangles are similar by the same process. Okay. So I will get equation number 2. Then add equation 1 and equation 2. Here I will get AC as a common. Take it outside. Then which one is remained inside the bracket? AD plus DC. Okay. Just look at your original figure. AD plus DC is equal to full side. That is AC, isn't it? So substitute in the place of AD plus DC by AC. So AC into AC is equal to AC square. So this is our result. Okay. So students, write and practice at least for 5 to 6 times. Okay. This is a very important theorem. So next we will consider converse of the Pythagoras theorem. Okay. So actually here proof not necessary. Converse of the Pythagoras theorem proof don't want, only statement. Okay. Only statement enough. Okay. So converse of a Pythagoras theorem. Okay. So according to the converse of the Pythagoras theorem, see here in a triangle, if square of one side is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides, then the angle opposite to the first side is a right angle. Okay. See, sometimes they will ask this question for 1 marks. State converse of the Pythagoras theorem, 1 marks. Okay. So therefore, it is important to remember this statement. Okay. So what is the meaning of this? First, I will consider one triangle. Okay. So this is one triangle. This is A. This is B. This is C. Right? Okay. So I don't know whether it is a right angle triangle or I don't know. Okay. See here, according to this statement, if a square of one side, okay, one side, okay, so that one side I will consider it as a AC. Okay, one side given. So in this figure, I will consider that one side as AC. Okay, so square on this side AC, that means here if square on this side AC means AC square equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides. Which are the other two sides here? AB and BC. Sum of the squares on the other two sides means AB square plus BC square. Then the angle opposite to the first side, which is your first side here, one side, the side which I have considered here, that is AC. The angle opposite to the first side is, that is nothing but angle B, that is a right angle. That means angle B is equal to 90 degree. Understood now? Okay. According to this statement, if square on one side, that one side I will consider it as AC. If square on this side AC is equal to the sum of the squares on other two sides, that is AB square plus BC square, then angle opposite to the first side here, which is your first side? First side is nothing but AC. So the angle opposite to the side AC is right angle. Right angle means equal to 90 about converse of the Pythagoras theorem. Okay, just remember this important for 1 marks. Okay, proof don't want to, only statement enough. Okay. So next we'll solve some questions related to this Pythagoras theorem. Okay, so the first question I will consider: sides of our triangles are given below. Determine which of them are right triangles. Okay, in case of a right triangle, write the length of its hypotenuse. Okay, so this is your question. Okay, so among that, first sub question I will consider 7 cm, 24 cm, 25 cm. Okay, so side length, 3 side length given here. Okay, so first you have to check out whether these 3 forms are right angled triangle or not. Okay, so how to check? Okay, solution. So I'll move towards the solution. Okay, see here, among these 3 number, pick the smallest one. Which is the smallest one? That is 7, isn't it? So consider this is 7 as A. So A is equal to 7 I will consider. Okay, so next consider bit larger number. Okay, so which is the second larger number? That is 24. So consider it as 24. Consider B is equal to 24. Next, largest number. What is your largest number? That is 25. So consider C is equal to 25. Understood now? Consider the smallest number is 7. Consider it as A. Next number is 24. 24 is the second largest number. So therefore consider it as 24. Largest number. What is your largest number? That is 25. Consider it as C. Okay. So now take the relation, that is C square is equal to A square plus B square. Okay. Take this condition. Okay. Now in the place of C, substitute this value. C is equal to how much? 25. So 25 whole square equal to A value. What is the value of A here? A is equal to 7 square plus B is equal to 24. So take 24 square. Okay. Yes. So now 25 square equal to how much? 625 equal to 7 square. 7 square equal to 49 plus 24 square equal to how much? 576. Isn't it? Okay. See, in the left hand side you have 625. In the right hand side 49 plus 576. Okay. So how much you will get? 625 equal to, okay, right hand side add the term 49 plus 576. So how much? 9 plus 6 15. 1 carry. So how much? 8. 8 plus 4 how much? 12. So 1 carry. So you will get 625, right? So therefore left hand side is equal to right hand side, isn't it? So therefore LHS is equal to RHS, right? Okay. So therefore can I say these 3 forms are right angle triangle? Yes. So since LHS value is equal to RHS, it follows Pythagoras theorem, isn't it? So therefore I can say that these 3 forms are right triangle. Okay. So therefore which are the 3 sides? Side length 7 cm, 24 cm, 25 cm forms a right triangle. Forms a right triangle. Okay, which forms a right triangle. Okay, yes. So now another question given. In case of a right triangle, write the length of its hypotenuse. Okay, so what is the length of a hypotenuse? Okay, so its hypotenuse side. Okay, hypotenuse length. Okay, so what is the length of hypotenuse? Okay, the highest one, which is the highest one here? 25. So 25 centimeter is the length of hypotenuse. Understood? No? So highest one is the length of hypotenuse. So therefore length of hypotenuse is equal to 25 centimeter. Okay, highest number you have to select. Okay, 25 is the highest number. Okay, so this is about first question. Okay, so same type of another second question. 3 centimeter and 8 centimeter, comma 6 centimeter. Okay, 6 centimeter. So now A is equal to smallest one, that is 3. Okay, next to B value, B is the second large number. Okay, so what is the second large number? That is 6. So B is equal to 6. Next C is nothing but the largest number. So C is equal to 8. I will consider. Okay, so now again I will consider the formula, or I will consider the relation. What is that? C square equal to A square plus B square. Okay, so C square equal to A square plus B square. Okay, yes. So in the place of C, substitute the value. C is equal to how much? 8 square equal to A value how much? 3. So 3 square plus B value, B is equal to 6. So 6 square. Okay, yes. So 8 square, what is the value of 8 square? 64 equal to 3 square. 3 square is 9 plus 6 square is 36. Okay, yes. So now we will simplify. Left hand side will be 64 equal to, add these two numbers, 36 plus 9 equal to how much? 45. Okay, so therefore can you say left hand side is equal to right hand side here? No, isn't it? So therefore LHS is not equal to RHS. So therefore what it indicates? 3 centimeter, 8 centimeter, 6 centimeter does not forms a right triangle. Okay, so therefore 3 centimeter, comma 8 centimeter, comma 6 centimeter does not form a right triangle. Does not form a right triangle. Okay, so this is the solution. Okay, so if LHS is equal to RHS, then you can say it will form a right triangle. If LHS is not equal to RHS, then you can say which does not form a right triangle.